how likely is an event to happen? That one simple idea is the foundation of all probability. Whether you're rolling a die, drawing a card, or predicting outcomes, probability gives you the tools to answer with confidence. Probability is a number that describes how likely an event is to occur. It is always between 0 and 1 and can be expressed as a fraction or decimal. If an event is impossible, the probability will be 0. If the event is equally likely to happen or not, it will have a probability of 0.5. And if an event will definitely happen, its probability will be 1. That's what we call a certain event. Before calculating probability, you need to know 3 essential terms, and we'll illustrate them using a 6-sided die. First, an outcome. What is an outcome? It's one possible result of a probability experiment. So when rolling a die, the possible outcomes would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So in this case, each number is an outcome. The sample space, though, is the set of all possible outcomes. So for one roll of a die, we'll indicate the sample space by uppercase S, and that will be equal to, in brackets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, the set of all possible outcomes. An event is a collection of one or more outcomes we are interested in. For example, if the event is rolling an even number, in this case, the possible events would be 2, 4, and 6. Here's the basic probability rule. When all outcomes are equally likely, the probability of event A occurring will be equal to the number of ways A can occur divided by the number of different sample events. For example, if we have a fair die and we want to find the probability of rolling a 5, our sample space is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There are 6 different sample events, or 6 total outcomes. And the number of ways that a 5 can occur is only one way. So only one outcome is a 5. Therefore, the probability of rolling a 5 will be 1 over 6. Now, if we want to find the probability of rolling an even number, the possible ways that this can occur is either landing on a 2, 4, or 6. So there are 3 favorable outcomes out of 6. So the probability of getting an even number will be 3 over 6, which is the same as 1/2, which is the same as 0.5. If we have a deck of cards and we want to find the probability of drawing a heart, there are 13 hearts in a 52 card deck. So the probability of getting a heart will be 13 over 52, which simplifies to 1/4 or 0.25. Probability can also describe the extremes, events that cannot happen and events that must happen. An impossible event will have the probability of 0. For instance, rolling a 9 on a standard 6-sided die, there are no favorable outcomes in this case. So there's no ways that you can land on a 9. Therefore, the probability of rolling a 9 will be 0 over 6, which is 0. That is an impossible event. On the other hand, a certain event will have probability 1. So rolling a number less than 7 on a die, in this case, every outcome qualifies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all possible outcomes. So there are 6 different ways that can occur, and there are 6 different total outcomes, or 6 different sample events. Therefore, the probability will be 6 over 6, which is 1. Probability is always 0 and 1. Here's how to interpret values across the full scale. If the probability is 0, that means that the event will never occur. That is an impossible event. If the probability is somewhere here, 0.25, that means that the event is unlikely. It's possible, but improbable. If the probability of an event is 0.5, That means that the event is equally likely. There's a 50-50 chance of occurring. If the probability is 0.75, the event is likely to occur. It's more probable than not. And if the probability of an event is 1, then it is a certain event. That means that it will always occur. Here's your challenge for today. A standard deck contains 52 cards. You randomly select one. Calculate the probability of each event below and pause and try before reading on. So the probability of drawing a queen will be 4/52 because there are 4 queens in a deck of 52 cards, and that simplifies to 1/13. The probability of getting a red card, there are 26 red cards in a deck of 52 cards, so the probability will be 26/52, which simplifies to 1/2. And the probability of getting a card that has a value greater than 10, well, the possible number of ways that this can occur would be either drawing a jack, a queen, or a king, times 4 suits, so these are 12 possible outcomes out of 52 different cards. Therefore, the probability will be 12/52, which simplifies to 3/13. Here's your fast track summary. That's a 3-question test. What are all possible outcomes? This will be your sample space. Which outcomes satisfy the event? This would be your favorable outcomes. And favorable divided by total will be your probability. Remember, the probability of event A will be equal to the number of ways A can occur divided by the total number of outcomes. Today we covered the foundation of probability: outcomes, sample space, events, and possible uncertain events, and the core rule of finding the probability of an event. Once you understand this basic idea, you're ready to move forward. In the next lesson, we'll explore the addition rule of probability and learn how to handle problems involving A or B. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget, math success starts when you stay on the fast track.